This man reveals the true food inflation by comparing prices with the price tags on photos he took a year ago.
So I'm walking around Costco here and I'm noticing these prices. For example, these Madras lentils, $15.99. I bought those a year ago for $6.99. I keep getting told that we got, 6-7% inflation. You gotta be kidding me. Let's look at what else we got going on here. We literally bought this chicken broth, $5.69, 2 months ago. Dang, this is the flour we were buying for $5.99 last year.
The government has its own math that they manipulate in a dodgy way.
If you're somebody who is dealing with the current cost of living and inflation, definitely some way, somehow you're dealing with also depression. And that is why they said there's like this silent depression that everybody's going through. People are dealing with so much mentally, physically, and everything. And actually, this cost of living and inflation and how difficult it is for a person to actually survive this day is making people actually work a lot, which is burning people out, like physically, mentally, psychologically. See, in every part you can think of, even if it's spiritually, in every single part is draining. Because imagine a person having to do excess job, and then at the end of the day, still the money that is even coming in is not even enough for them to retire. There are a lot of people who have that kind of mindset and dream of, let me get a job, let me make sure that I work hard for a certain amount of years and, save up some money so that I'll be able to, take a break from working maybe, or retire quickly, go and, build a business with the money or do something. But this current economy is just an economy that seems to be designed in a way for you to just remain poor. You are just fighting to put food on the table every day and still have nothing in your bank account, or some might still have sometimes I think it's not for everybody to say. I know there are a lot of people who actually waste money, who just do whatever with money, they just use it for useless stuff. But there are a lot of people who do not do that. As much as they budget, is still not enough, and everything is ridiculously expensive. And it's just, at the end of the day, it's all the greediness of corporations. But before we get right into this video, please make sure you click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and also hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video, and leave your thoughts in the comment section by the end of this video. Let's get right into it.
So this administration comes out and says that 700,000 people have joined the workforce for August 2023. Well, let me give you a little heads up of what's truly going on out there. Right now in America, there are more second jobs per household than there has ever been since they have been keeping track. What does that mean? That means right now in each household, either somebody who has not had to work, maybe a stay-at-home mom, is now going to go to work or is going to work for the first time, or since maybe before she was a stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home father, and or somebody is actually taking a second job in that household. So right now there is more people in a household that is working to put food on the table than there has ever been. Now, this is not an accomplishment. Most people think, well, there's more jobs. But understand, when you have people that are working 2 jobs or 3 jobs, and they're working part-time jobs, they're not getting the benefits that they need. They don't have the stability. Their schedule is messed up. They are also then, if they're trying to raise children, these children are now being raised by people that are not their parents, because one of their parents or both of their parents are having to work 1, 2, 3 jobs. So right now in the history that has been documented, and you're not going to hear this from this administration, more people per household is working second jobs. That should tell you right now that it doesn't matter. They're coming out and saying the inflation is down since pre-pandemic. No, the inflation is not down. The increase of inflation, the rate of it increasing, is back to pre-pandemic level. But the cost of those goods are already increased, and those costs are not coming down. So when you listen to these politicians and this administration and this media give you these bullshit numbers, go to the store, and if you are only working one job in your household, are you not, or is somebody not working another job, or yourself not having another job? Go to the store and purchase something, and you tell me if the price is pre-pandemic. It's not. The rate of the prices going up is at the level of pre-pandemic right now. But we are literally working more jobs to pay for the same amount. And here's what's sad. In 2000, if you were making $100,000 a year in the year 2000, today you would have to be making $180,000 a year to be at the exact same level that you were at in 2000 at $100,000 a year. So let's say you went to college and you got out of college and you started getting a good paying job, and after 3, 4, 5 years you worked your way up to $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 by the year 2000. Well, right now, if you made $80,000, $100,000 by the year 2000, and if you're not making at least 180, then you've taken a pay cut, and the prices of things have gone up and the tax rates have gone up. So you have less money today than you did back then, even though that you're making more money. Let all this sink in.
If you are a person who actually listens to news, I think you should listen to news more from independent journalists, because those are the people that you will get like more accurate news from, not the type where they are kind of suggesting what you should know, just faking most of the news and just reducing the numbers, not saying the reality of it, just to try to program your mind in a certain way. Okay, like all of it is just programming your mind. And it's like, do you think if you tell me like on the news, because some people fall for those things, like whatever you see on the news, if it's not matching with my reality and what I'm dealing with in the real world, because I am the one who is dealing in the real world as an average person. So if you are telling me anything that doesn't match up with me, why should I believe you? Like, why should I care what you have to say? You saying that the numbers, or you faking the numbers on the news, does not change the citizens' experience, their experience on a day-to-day life.
Here is another reason why I don't want to live in North America anymore, because all of your money is gone towards your living expenses, okay? It's gone towards paying taxes, number one. So the more money you make, the more taxes you pay. And then two, it's gone towards your shelter, okay? Which is your mortgage and your homes. And I think that is a bullshit way to live. It creates absolutely no freedom in life. And if anything, you are more in golden handcuffs than ever, because on paper, you think you're making a lot of money. On paper, you have a great job. On paper, you own a home, but you're actually stripped away from resources and values and morals and ethics of freedom, okay? Because you don't have any choice in what you can do with that money, because all of it, almost 50% to 70% of people's income is going towards paying their mortgages and their shelter. And that's when you're making 10 grand a month. Most people don't even make 10 grand a month. Think about those people that don't. That's why I think North America is a bullshit place to stay, because you are literally a slave. You work, and you have no time. What do you think we're doing? We're working, and we have no time. We have no time for our kids. We have no time for freedom. We have no time to travel. We have no time to spend time with our families. And I have gotten comments, make time. Yeah, when you are struggling and you are in survival mode to pay off your mortgage, to pay off monthly bills, to pay off utilities, and then to pay the government, and then to put food on the table, how the hell are you going to have time for all of these things? Because you're in survival mode. So what did it change? Our parents came here to give us a better life. And if the life that we have, because we have better jobs on paper and we own a home, but we're doing the exact same thing, is that a better life? Do you want to stay like this for the rest of your life and then one day wake up at 50 and be like, what the hell did I do with my life? So yes, I will say this loud and clear. North America is not the most ideal place to live. But you know what you need to do? You have to use North America to get what you want. And I am tired of the bullshit system they have in place where they take my money from me right? And they take less money from me because I'm self-employed. And I would encourage you to do that too, okay? If you're self-employed, you get to dictate how much you're going to pay in taxes. There's ways around it. That's why people like Robert Kiyosaki, that's why billionaires and millionaires have a system in place. They pay less in taxes, but they own a lot of assets. We have to question where trading your time for money does not work anymore. It does in other countries where you trade your time for money and you can actually live a good life. But in North America, you trade your time for money. You go to work, you work 9 to 5, you come back home, you get back, you take the train, you come back home at 7 p.m., you get your kids in bed, you shower them, they go to sleep, you're too tired to do anything else. So you go to bed, then you wake up the next morning and then you do the same shit again. If you think that's time, that's not time. You are trading your time for money. We all need to stop doing that. We have to find ways and how we can stop doing that. That's to start your own business. That's to look at passive income. That's to invest in real estate. That's to invest in stocks. Is to invest our income, because if we continue living on our incomes the way that we have zero left at the end of the day to do anything else.
If you are somebody who you've been thinking about leaving the country, and you've been thinking about going to another different country and experiencing like a different life, maybe taking your whole family or whoever and just living somewhere else, and you've just been thinking about it, I would say you should do it. Any war happen right now, since everybody kept complaining about Biden, he could actually, remain in office when there's a war and there would be no election. I know the thought of that will scare a lot of people, but we just have to be saying reality, like facts, things that are happening, things that could happen.
And anyone else in Australia relate to the fact that I just spent $160 at Coles, and this is what my fridge still looks like, okay? Wow.
Proof inflation will ruin us all.
I went to Target yesterday and bought 2 bottles of hair product, a bottle of shampoo, a box of trash bags, and 1 Halloween decoration, $70 on my Target Red card. That's with my 5% discount. My son's looking at the cart and going, Mom, this was $70. We didn't even get anything. Yeah, I know, kid. And he doesn't even remember a time when you could get a 2-bedroom apartment in a decent area of town for $600 a month. Now a 1-bedroom apartment in a mediocre part of town is $2,000 a month. Gas is $5.49 a gallon. It cost me $65 to fill up my tank. Before COVID, my grocery bill per month was $350. Now it's $600 a month, and I buy the exact same amount of groceries. This shit is out of control. What does the bourgeoisie think that the outcome of this is going to be? They cannot possibly believe that extracting every last dime out of the working class by inflating all of the prices and paying us poverty wages is a sustainable economic model. And the thing is that I could be mad at the bourgeoisie all day long, but they are doing exactly what is expected. They are greedy sociopaths. This is what they do. I am more mad at Americans because instead of uniting against this common enemy who is robbing us blind, we are fighting over whether or not drag queens can read books to children. At what point are we going to stop taking this shit lying down, put our foots down, and say, fuck this, and not allow it anymore? We cannot even afford to live in this country. We can't even afford to die in this country. The Republican Party is bought and paid for by the same greedy sociopaths who are robbing you, me, and our families blind every day. They are manipulating you into believing that they are going to save you from the problems that they created in your life. They have not walked a single inch in your working class shoes. They have no idea the struggle that you and I go through every day in this economy just to feed our families and keep them safe. They are gaslighting you into believing that I am your enemy so that you're distracted while they continue to do their dirt behind your back, because they know that if you knew what they were doing, you wouldn't vote for them anymore. Why are you listening to them? The Democratic Party, with the exception of a very small few, is filled with weak and spineless politicians who placate to everyone just so that they can get reelected because they want to maintain some semblance of power in Congress. Why are you placing all of your faith and hope in this party to save us? Your religious leaders are funded by the same corporate sponsors who have bought your politicians, and they are weaponizing your faith against you so that you are distracted by a made-up enemy, your gay neighbor or your liberal coworker. so that you are not paying attention to the extreme financial crimes that they are committing against all of us right under your nose. In the richest country in the world, 500,000 people are homeless when there are more than enough homes to house them, and millions of children are hungry or food insecure, having their one free meal taken away from them at school. 10-year-olds are being forced to bear the child of their rapist. People are rationing their insulin and dying because they cannot afford health care. The water's polluted, the air is polluted, the soil is devoid of nutrients because we have oversaturated it in pesticides. We're not going to be able to grow our own food in the coming decades. The planet is literally dying. And they are putting hotels up in space and telling you that they can't afford to pay you a living wage, and you are believing them. This period is going to go down in the history books as one of the most epic failures that America ever allowed to happen. Future generations are going to study this time in history and ask themselves, why did they not do anything? How could they not see? And if you're sitting behind your phone right now and thinking to yourself, it's not me, it's those goddamn weirdo trans kids, then you are the people that they will be talking about. Wake the fuck up.
You know, what makes me laugh about this whole thing is actually the fact that when a lot of people made many TikTok videos, and they were like, you know what? Like, they were giving like all this, you know, strong motivation, or they were giving like real fact about what everybody's going through and the struggle, and how the government has done so much things that the people are suffering and struggling underneath the pressure that the government is putting on them. The greediness of corporations, the greediness of all these rich elites. Okay, so when they did all those videos, they were like, you know, we should come together, because at the end of the day, we are powerful as people. We outnumber these corporations, we outnumber this rich elite, we outnumber the government. They are afraid of us uniting because they know our numbers are powerful. In unity, people can do and accomplish a lot. And I go to the comment section after people have said all these nice words that you feel motivated, like, let's go out there, like, what you mean? Then you go to the comments and then you see people talking about, you know, we cannot go to strike. I would have done that, but I got bills to pay. You know, unlike others, like, I got bills to pay. You know, I have to feed my family. I have to put food on the table. It's like, are you crazy? And it's not one person, it's not two people, it's not three, it's multiple people with that mindset. Like, do you think the people who are telling you that you guys should come and stand together as one, do you think they don't have bills? But they recognize that you guys have more power together, and they're asking you to be together. But you people want to exclude themselves and talk about how their bills are more powerful than the others. Do you not understand that nobody's gonna fire you if you all come together? Like, the mindset. So sometimes it's mind-boggling the way a lot of people are programmed. It's like, damn, why do people have different mindset and brains in this world? But it's crazy. Anyways, guys, that is for this video. Please make sure you click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and also make sure you hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video, and leave your thoughts in the comment section by the end of this. We are already at the end, so leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think about this video, okay? Drop your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.